And we're live. Welcome to Wednesday, aka edition of the SoReal Sports Podcast with your host, the CEO / owner of SoReal Studios LLC, Lamar SoReal, and my partner in crime all the time, Reggie Walker. What's going on?
Wednesday, baby. Hump day.
Oh, day it is. Ooh, we in the middle.
Yeah, ready to get there.
Middle of the week. We ain't got that far along till Muscle Shirt Friday. But we got some topics to talk about this week. We got some NBA, since the NBA season is about to kick off. Also, NHL, because we got hockey about to kick off too. And then we'll finish it off with some football, both college and the NFL, with some picks also. And last but not least, Reggie will give us his segment about R. Kelly serving life in prison. So,
It would be interesting.
with all that being said, let's get started. First topic, NBA. We about to start preseason. Matter of fact, this weekend.
This weekend. Yeah.
The Lakers versus the Brooklyn Nets. And I don't think Kyrie will be playing because he's not fully vaccinated. So, last week, I believe we talked about the top 5 teams we think heading into the season. Let's go to the players. Now, we're going to do the top 5 for the NBA player ranking. But right now, I just want to give you, based off of the NBA from ESPN, they got a top 5. At number 5, they got Steph Curry. Number 4, they got Luka Doncic. Number 3, they got LeBron James. Number 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And last but not least, number 1, obviously, is KD, Kevin Durant. So, Reggie, do you agree with this list or you disagree? And who you have? Top 5.
I disagree with only one, and that's the number 5, Steph Curry.
So you don't have Steph Curry in your top 5?
No, I do not. I do have Luka. I do have Giannis. I do have LeBron. And I do have KD. Who I'm putting in there is Devin Booker. Devin Booker is a fucking dog. And I respectfully say that, not taking nothing away from Steph Curry, but let's just be honest. He has had an up and down last season. We didn't get that out of Devin Booker. Devin Booker got hurt, came right back. Steph got hurt, and then we heard about minutes restrictions, and we heard about him not traveling, and it's just a lot of Hollywood shit that goes along with him. Not like I said, I can't take nothing away from him. The boy know how to shoot. The boy know how to dribble. He can score. But guess what? So can Devin Booker. That boy has showed it. And it's just goes without saying. I mean, the man nice, bro. The man is nice. And arguably he did have a better season than Steph Curry did last year. So going into this season, yeah, he got the nod over Steph Curry. But everything else I agree with, though. Like, you can't take nothing from Luka, KD, Giannis, and or LeBron. So that's my opinion. I could have slid Embiid in there, but I mean, we know he gets rattled with injuries, just like Steph Curry. I mean, so with that being said, none of these people that I named have been battling a lot of injuries outside of KD deep in the playoffs, and LeBron James, who was out for the longest that we've probably ever seen him out for the first time in 17 years. So, I mean, to not put him in there just because of that would be ridiculous. So I'm not.
Okay. So you have Devin Booker in your top 5. According to ESPN, Devin Booker is ranked 15th. And Chris Paul is ahead of him at 13th.
Well.
But this is yours, so you have every right. I mean, I definitely got him top 10, but I don't top 15. Top 5.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then. Because this was not a part of your question. Is he a top 5 guard?
Oh, easily. He's number 1.
Okay, because like realistically, I thought about, like if I were to build a team, Giannis is at my 5.
Well, he might be number 2. I might put James Harden above him, but James Harden more like a 1. So
and he has that nagging hamstring injury. So
yeah. So yeah, I can see him number 1 shooting guard.
Okay. So with that being said, if I were building my team, I'll put Giannis at the 5. I could put LeBron at the 4,
or
KD or 3, but I got KD, so I can put KD at the 3 or the 2. Luka, I can put at the 1 or the 2, and you got Devin Booker, who I can put at the 1 or the 2. So I mean, that's a pretty solid team. If that team were going up against anybody on hardwood or fucking, you pick that team on 2K, like that's a hard team to beat.
That is true. That is definitely true. All right, my top 5 is different from ESPN's, only based off of one thing, the order. Because I pretty much got the same top 5 as ESPN, but the order is different.
I can see that because I definitely, they got LeBron at 3.
No, LeBron's dropped. LeBron is 5.
Okay.
LeBron is definitely number 5. At number 4, I do have Steph Curry. Only reason why I have Steph Curry above LeBron James is because Steph Curry battled LeBron James in that little wild card game just to make the playoffs. And he almost won, even with LeBron James having Anthony Davis as his help. Steph Curry's help is Andrew Wiggins. Yeah, he probably ain't even going to play half the year. So I have to give the edge to Steph Curry. Steph Curry is better than LeBron James currently. LeBron James is about to be 37 years old, I believe. He is going into his 19th year. I mean, you cannot, it's incredible for what he's doing in 19 years to still be a top 5 player in the NBA. That is beyond incredible, the body of work that he done put through. But you can't just automatically put him number 1 or a top 3 just because of his name, okay? He's declining. It might not be a great decline, but it's a decline nonetheless. So I have him at 5, Steph Curry number 4. At number 3, I have Luka Doncic. I mean, just what he does in the playoffs, especially against the Clippers, even though it still don't amount to a series win, is incredible. He can put up a triple-double easily, but sometimes he don't need that triple-double. Sometimes they need him to score more. And if he had some kind of help, Kristaps Porzingis need to wake up, he probably would be a top 2 player in the league. But the help does hurt him because he does all that and still find ways to lose the game. And he does have problems turning the ball over, and his shooting does fall on and off sometimes. But overall, he's a very great player. And he's young. He's definitely young. His youth definitely helps out. Number 2, I hate to say it, I got KD. KD is number 2. Now, he's coming back from that Achilles injury, and he's played incredible. I mean, even though Kyrie got hurt, James Harden got hurt, he still almost led that team with just him and some old guys to beating the Bucks, who won the championship last year. If it wasn't for his big ass foot being on the line when he shot that game time field goal to send it to overtime, that would have been a game winner. And we probably would have been talking about him winning it all and possibly being MVP. And then he had definitely been number one. But just because that didn't happen, I have to put him number two. And I have to give Giannis Antetokounmpo number one. He done what people didn't believe he could do. No matter the circumstances, no matter the situations of players being hurt, things of that nature, nobody believed that Giannis would take that team to the championship, to the NBA Finals, and win. Even when he got to the NBA Finals, people was picking the Suns over the Bucks. And he still did what he needed to do to win it all. And then get Finals MVP. And then how he dominated in the Finals. He had a 50-point game. He had a game in which he scored 40 and made almost all his free throws, in which he's known for being terrible at the free throw line. He stepped up to the plate and did what he needed to do to help his team win it all. So I got to give it to him as number one. Even though his numbers ain't better than KD overall, he did what he needed to do to win that game and win the series and become an NBA champion, in which people didn't predict for him to do. So I got to have him number one. So I got Giannis, KD, Luka, Steph, and LeBron. That's my top five.
All right. Not a bad list at all, man.
It's definitely not a bad list at all. So we got that going on. Season about to start. Well, preseason about to start. Then we'll have that added to the Must Shirt Friday game predictions. Can't wait. Oh, man, we're going to have a stacked lineup.
Yeah, we are.
Have what? 6 different sports? You got UFC. You got baseball. You got college football. You got the NFL. You got the NHL and the NBA. Well, we're gonna have some long ass Must Shirt Friday. Might have to have a halftime on our Must Shirt Friday edition.
And then when baseball's done, college basketball gonna start rolling in. So we still there.
Forgot all about that, and that's coming up.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go to some hockey. All right, now do you remember who won the Stanley Cup last year?
Do I have to say it or you just?
Yep.
Montreal.
Montreal won?
No, I'm playing, man. Tampa Bay won it all again.
Swept their ass. Swept
Fucking
Montreal Canadiens in the Stanley Cup Finals. So, congratulations to Tampa Bay Lightning. They did come through with the victory. Now, we ain't even gonna discuss that. What we're gonna discuss is the playoff teams. Now, the playoff teams were the Carolina Hurricanes, Nashville Predators, Florida Panthers, Tampa Bay Lightning, Pittsburgh Penguins, New York Islanders, Washington Capitals, Boston Bruins, your Boston Bruins, Toronto Maple Leafs, Montreal Canadiens, Edmonton Oilers, and the Winnipeg Jets. Going on to end it with Colorado Avalanche, St. Louis Blues, Vegas Golden Knights, and Minnesota Wild. So, Reggie, out of all these 16 teams, who you think won't make the playoffs this coming up season?
I gotta go with Nashville, man. Nashville came in.
Hater of Nashville, Tennessee. How dare you?
I love Nashville. My favorite rapper, Starlito, is in Nashville right now. Probably.
That's true, and he don't hate this. I'm gonna show this to him.
He don't even like he like the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, he do. He sure do.
But yeah, man, I don't think Nashville got it.
And he like the Rams. I forgot to mention that. He like the Rams.
He like Aaron Donald. I mean, he was a smart man, you know. Why not? But yeah, man. No, I don't. I don't believe in Nashville. I believe that Nashville got that last spot anyway. Um, Not to mention that. I mean, they went up against Carolina, and Carolina is a way better team. Carolina made some good moves this offseason, as so did the Avs and Minnesota. So those two teams are definitely still in it. My Bruins re-signed some players, some good players. Got some new coaches in there. Uh, Pittsburgh, I didn't see much that they did, but they still kept the majority of their players. So that tells me that the core of that team can still make it. They already got playoff experience. Not to mention the old head's been there, and I think I saw a report saying that the goalie did not want to go to a different team. He wanted to stay within that dynamic and finish his career with that team. The only other one they gone, bro. They gone.
So, your hate for Nashville, you got the Nashville Predators.
Yeah, they out. They out. They won't. They. It's the full season. We got 82 games this season, man. We have a full season.
It's not 56 like last year, right?
Right. It's gonna be a full 82, just like basketball.
All right.
So,
what I'm about to say will probably shock you. But the team I believe that won't make it this year in the playoffs, it's the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, that's the team that got runner-up in the Stanley Cup. They won't make it. They won't make it. Last year, they had the least amount of points heading into the playoffs with 59. That's the least out of all 16 teams that made the playoffs. They was the least with 59. The second to last was the Winnipeg Jets with 63 and the St. Louis Blues with 63. The team you said that's going to be out, Nashville Predators, had 64. I believe it was just one fairy tale year for the Montreal Canadiens. And now, since that fairy tale has ended, they won't make the playoffs. They will be out of it next year. I mean, their record was 24, 21, and 11. 13, 11 at home, 11 and 10 on the road. They just had a fairy tale type of season. I just don't think that they could be able to make the playoffs after that fairy tale. I mean, like you said, it wasn't a full 82 season, 82 games. It was a 56, and they found a way to squeak in just to make the playoffs. And once they made the playoffs, they made that incredible run in which they pretty much squeaked by the Toronto Maple Leafs, winning that series in 7. Then the Winnipeg Jets don't know what the hell they was doing. They swept them. The Vegas Golden Knights, I believe, that should have beat them. They end up losing to them in 6 games. And then, shockingly, they won 1 game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Who repeated? Yeah, I don't think they will end up being the 2076ers. They had that one incredible run when they made it to the finals and lost one game against that dominant Lakers team, and then next year, you ain't heard from the 76ers. That's what the Montreal Canadiens will do next year.
I don't believe that at all. Like, they have consistently been in the playoffs over the past, I know, probably 6 out of 10 years.
Well, it'll be 6 out of 11 next year. Cause they ain't gonna make it.
That's not bad though. That's not a one and done type team. Like, I can consistently see them If it's not this year, it'll be next year. If it ain't next year, it'll definitely be. They're like 50%. Either they're gonna go this year. They may not make the playoffs next year, but guess what? They're gonna be into the year after. That's how I feel. I can't count them out yet.
I count them out just for 1 year. Just this year. That's it. This year. They had that big run and it's over with. It's over with for them.
All right.
Speaking of over with.
But you got the St. Louis Blues in there.
Yeah, I got the Blues in there.
Blues in there. Even though they don't know how to.
The Blues, they desperately needs to be in there. Hopefully they catch the vibes of the St. Louis Cardinals, who have made the playoffs and have won 17 straight games. That's the reason why they in the playoffs. Well, we'll talk about baseball probably Friday or Monday because playoffs will be starting next Monday. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Let's get to the NFL. And we just gonna talk about one team only. The team nobody predicted that would start the year off 1-2. Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs lost last Sunday to the LA Chargers, which giving them their second straight loss. The second loss that Pat Mahomes have ever faced in his career. And the first time ever back-to-back losses. So, Reggie, what's up with the Kansas City Chiefs?
The same thing that's been up with them since they won the Super Bowl. And before that, they have ignored their concerns on defense. That is obvious. They don't have anything. They've dedicated everything to their offensive line, which is, to be honest, really not impressive because when Pat Mahomes gets outside of the pocket and just makes these unbelievable at time throws, and then at other time, what the fuck did you make that kind of throw for? That's not helping the team. It's not helping your teammates out. If it wasn't for the run game and what Kareem Hunt did on last week, then they would have lost by even more than what they lost by. It wasn't the arm of Patrick Mahomes. It definitely wasn't fucking Kelsey. Like, I mean, it's defense. I really believe it's just defense. You can go out there and you can put up, I think they put up 33 points against the Browns, but the Browns put up 29. The clock ran out. They only put up 24 points against the Chargers, and the Chargers had more time. You can't allow a team to score as much as you can score. That was the same problem I had with my Saints. My Saints finally got it together on defense, and guess what? We look better now. It's all about defense. Andy Reid needs to adjust and find out these play. He needs to know that this is what his team is slacking. He needs defense. He needs better linebackers, or if not better, he needs a veteran presence linebacker in there, in which I think he already has. But I just don't see them being a Super Bowl contending team unless they beef up their defense some kind of way. They're getting torched.
Man, I agree with you 100%. I actually believe they should be 0-3. If it weren't for the Cleveland Browns letting off the gas in the second half, trying to prevent them from coming back and winning, they'll be 0-3 right now. They'll be 0-3. And guess what? They are last in their own division. Reggie, we never thought that the Oakland Raiders, the Denver Broncos, and the LA Chargers will be ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs at any time during the season. Anytime. And it's happened. Mainly for 3 reasons. Reason number 1, their defense is trash. The defense can't get to the quarterback. Their secondary is second to last in yards allowed. They got a couple good names. They got the Honey Badger. They got Frank Clark. But that's it. That's pretty much it. You need way more than those two in order to be able to have a good defense. You have given up 29 points, 36 points, and 30 points in your first 3 games of the season. What kind of defense is that? That is not good defense whatsoever. So your defense needs to step up. But you've been having this problem for over 3 years, and you still haven't fixed it. So I hope it ain't the same defensive coordinator still there. And I believe I know that defensive coordinator. Let me check on that defensive coordinator while I'm speaking on this second reason. Second reason, I'm going to have to be honest with you. Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is sitting there trying to do too much. He's trying to be fancy. He's trying to do no-look passes. He's trying to throw on his back leg. He's trying to throw while he's in mid-air. None of that is working. None of that is helping your team win. When you know you have a bad defense, the last thing you want to do is force your defense back on the field because you turned the football over. Pat Mahomes, you don't have to make all those important, spectacular type plays. Just making the right play will help your team win. We don't care about what you can do with the football. We just care that you do the right thing with the football. And that's the most important thing, is what you do with the football. But yes, you sit there and want to showboat. You want to be the Steph Curry of the NFL. No, we just need you to be the quarterback of the NFL to help your team win ball games. And last, but certainly not least, turnovers. Turnovers is crucial. Clyde with Hilaire. You done fumbled twice this year in 3 games. I'm surprised you ain't in the doghouse, but I don't think you'll be in the doghouse because they really don't have nobody else to give the ball to. I mean, they do got Damian Williams, but they don't believe in him. So hopefully you can help that out. Even though you did have a 100-yard game Sunday, that still don't mean anything when you give up the football. Tyreek Hill, you fumble. Guess what? Just because you can catch them deep passes don't make you a great wide receiver. They need you to catch every type of pass. They need you to catch the slant route. They need you to catch you the deep post. You don't have to just keep streaking in order for you to be a great wide receiver. You don't. And then if you do catch a slant route, you do catch a hitch, you do get it out the backfield, you're going to have to run with it. And guess what? They see that you don't handle the football well in your hand once you catch it. They're going to keep punching at it, and they're going to cause you to fumble. And like I said for the number 2, Pat Mahomes, you cannot throw interceptions like that. I mean, that one pass to Tyreek Hill, even though that was an amazing catch by the safety from the Chargers, but you could have easily threw that ball to Travis Kelce a lot better. But guess what? You want to be fancy. So you fancy, huh? So you want to sit there and look at them while throwing the ball and you threw a pick. You want to sit there and start scrambling out of the pocket, then want to throw on your back foot, and no wide receiver was nowhere near the vicinity for them to catch the ball. But guess who was there? The defense to pick it off like it was a punt. Turnovers, defense suck, and Pat Mahomes. You got to do better. Now, next week, you got the Eagles, who also look atrocious. Hopefully, you can make up for that. But that team have scored. They know how to score points. And with the defense y'all got, they probably will put up some numbers on y'all too.
I agree.
All right. Yeah. They got a tough road ahead of them. And they need to do something because it's going to be very important to get that number 1 spot and to allow a team in your division to end up getting the division or number 1 spot. Yeah, it's going to be trouble for y'all trying to make it back to the Super Bowl. All right, let's go over this NFL Thursday night football game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Jacksonville Jaguars are 0-3. Haven't won a game. Trevor Lawrence, steady throwing picks. I think he's up to 7. Yep, 7 right now. Joe Burrow, he has thrown 4, but he also has thrown 7 touchdowns. And the connection with him and Jamar Chase has been pretty great so far. Rich, who you got in this game?
I'm definitely not picking the team that's going to be 0-4 this week. So give me the Bengals.
Well, Reggie, I got to agree with you, man. You know damn well I wasn't going to pick no damn Jacksonville Jaguars. Will Urban Meyer last the whole season is the biggest question for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Will Urban Meyer last the whole season? My answer is no.
No, I don't believe so either.
We shall see. We shall see. All right. That does it for Thursday night football. Well, we do got 2 college games that's coming on Friday, and we will discuss that right now. First one, we got number 5, Iowa taking on Maryland. Both teams are unbeaten, and it's at Maryland. Iowa's only a 3-point favorite. Who you got in this one?
I'm going to take Iowa. I think they're just more complete. Maryland has been doing good, but for the sake of betting, for the sake of having a stronger program, Hawkeyes.
All right. Okay. You got the Hawkeyes. I agree. Yeah, I got the Hawkeyes too. I know one thing. They bet not find a way to struggle early like they've been doing the past couple of weeks. Because if they do, Maryland is going to jump on them. And you already know who the quarterback for Maryland is, right?
No, I haven't even caught a Maryland game. I've just been seeing that they've been dominating.
It's Tua's brother.
Oh, that's what he went?
Yes.
Oh, shit. I ain't know.
Olivia.
I know he I
Talking about Lord.
Okay.
Tua's brother. He's there. So, you ain't going to change your pick now?
No.
All right. Let's go to this next one then. We got 13th ranked BYU taking on Utah State. Utah State is 3-1, but Reggie, you are consecutive losses when picking against BYU. Are you picking against BYU for the 3rd straight week?
I'm not doing it. I can't, man. I can't. That's come on. That's too easy, man.
Okay. So you going with BYU?
I really don't have a choice. They're like a 10-point favorite.
They are 8.5.
BYU.
Okay. I agree. You know, I'm a closet fan of BYU. I've been going with the Cougars for the longest. I'm going to continue my streak of going with the Cougars. Give me BYU winning this game. And another note, they will cover. So give me BYU and they will cover this spread. They'll win by at least 10. All right, Reggie. That does it for our predictions. Now it's time for Reggie's favorite part of the show, his segment. The floor is yours, Reggie. Have your way.
All right. Not going to be an entirely long thing. I just want to kind of give my personal opinion on something that we kind of touched on. Well, you kind of touched on both of them earlier, and that's the fact that Kyrie Irving and Andrew Wiggins both have elected not to get the vaccine. Andrew Wiggins is pretty much steadfast. I don't think they're going to convince him or do anything, even though they got doctors over there, people giving him all types of medical advice. Kyrie just being ignorant and just not adhering to the fact of, it's for the betterment of you. It's for the betterment of your family. Like, you see people like LeBron James just say, you know what, fuck it, I'll go ahead and do it. I value my life. I value my family and my friends around me life. And to just, think that there's going to be players out there, not players, there's going to be fans out there that want to get close to you, to want to, take pictures and get autographs, stuff like that. And for you to just blatantly be like, well, fuck them. That's pretty disrespectful. Now, at the same time, the union has not made it necessary for all players to be vaccinated, but then if the NBA has pretty much, well, they haven't made it mandatory, but per state, and that's well, city, and that's New York City, in which the Nets are, and San Francisco, and where the Warriors are. It has pretty much put up local mandates to say, if you're not vaccinated, then you can't play. And both of them are both going to take a huge pay cut. Andrew Wiggins, 5-year, $147 million contract, and he finna lose $15.8 million. Kyrie Irving, 4-year, $136 million, and he finna lose $17.5 million just because you don't want to go get a vaccine. Like, that's retarded to me. I'm against forcing this upon people, but at the same time, if I'm losing money, which is gonna better my family, my livelihood, I'm not fucking with my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might feel sick or whatever, but if I don't feel just dog ass sick to where I can't get out the bed, I'm gonna get my ass up and go to work, because that's what provides for my family. And this is the same thing that these players are doing. This is their job, to go out there and provide for their families and their own livelihood. When you get to a certain point, I don't care what level of income you have, you get comfortable with having that particular income. And $17.5 million is a hit. Yeah, true. You probably got $417 million in your account, but the fact that you're not getting it because you don't want this vaccine, that's just crazy to me. I don't see it. Do I hold anything against the league? No. Do I hold anything against the union for not, trying to enforce it? No. Do I blame the individuals who won't go out there and just have the decency and level-headedness enough to be smart enough to make good decisions? That's what I fought. I fought you, Andrew Wiggins, and I fought you, Kyrie Irving. You are better than that, and you need to set example for people who look up to you. That same mindset that you all have is going to be that same mindset of the person who's been watching you since they were 6, 7, 8 years old. And then now they're at their high school, probably early collegiate career, and they're looking at you saying, well, my favorite player ain't doing it, so I ain't fucking with it. And that may in turn deter their future. So, I mean, you got to be diligent and look beyond yourself sometimes. And that's all it is, just selfishness amongst them. So, yeah, that's my segment. I just wanted to touch lightly on that. Some people may or may not have heard about that came out today, but those are the facts. Those are the numbers. And that's my opinion. That's my segment.
Great segment. Like always, great segment indeed. And trust me, we was hesitant when we first heard about the vaccine. But we decided that it was best for our family in protecting them. And we got vaccinated. Matter of fact, my daughter just took her second COVID shot. So now she's finna be fully vaccinated. And yes, we have people in our family who has dealt with COVID to the point that it pretty much damn near killed them. And some of them was unvaccinated. Some of them were vaccinated. It's a serious thing. So for y'all to believe that it's not serious, and what makes it even worse is that you would rather look on YouTube, you would rather look on TikTok to get your science than actually look at the scientists and the real doctors who actually giving you the information. That's just crazy. That just shows how much this goddamn social media is important to some people. It's ridiculous.
It is, man.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's really the only word you can put on it. It is flat out ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, man. All right, so you know what time it is coming up. We got Muscle Shirt Friday. Muscle Shirt Friday coming up Friday. I believe we got UFC. Then we got college football. We got the last MLB series of the season. Then we'll be talking about the playoff series. So we got that coming up. Also, we got the NFL and the 3-bet challenge in which Reggie has came back and took the win last week. I need to get that win right back this coming up Friday. So we got all that taken care of, all that going on. Besides that, y'all enjoy the rest of tonight. Y'all enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy Friday, which will be October 1st. Can't believe we already in October. Seemed like that we just started the year off about a month ago. But yeah, we in October already.
Yeah, it's really technically 2020.5. That's what it is at right now.
Yeah, because we didn't have a 2020. All right, so like always, we give you our salute. And we'll see y'all on Muscle Shirt Friday.
We out.
We out.